One time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Can't talk. I'm sorry.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
To get me started.
It's up there and we're down here.
What are you calling this?
Just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Saying that for days.
Can't talk. I'm sorry. Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
I see it. It's up there.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
We've been saying that for days. My feet hurt.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. For now, but I can't let you pass. We might...
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Sweet things right before bed.
One time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now. Up on the hill.
See it. It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
We've been saying that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
In the hells was that? Felt like a quake fit to topple Ramazeth's tower.
You all to leave right this instant.
Nowhere else to go. The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. Fine, fine. They can stay.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live. You're serious? Let's forget this unpleasantness ever happened. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within it.
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for... We will stay. For now. I just hope he doesn't pay anyone else to come sniffing round. Thank you. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really. I was sure we were about to be evicted. Curious.
I don't think the children can cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
To threaten us. To threaten the children.
We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble. Peace. What peace? Haven't you heard of the army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without Martha. Here we've got a chance.
Pretty sure they'll need laborers to shore up the walls for you.
You're right.
Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
You're being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now. You've convinced them, for now.
What peace? Haven't you heard that?
Deserves the chance to make some coin.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Not asking for much, just a teensy investment to get me started. Uh-huh.
When did you realise
What are
the
you
red caps
calling
had
this
escaped?
new business?
Paramidius, one of our red cap cleaners, alerted me.
Refugees
Well,
for hire.
he threw a rock at me and said, "Ah!" But I got his meaning.
There is so much wrong with that name.
You have red caps working in your circus?
Oh, yes. Paramidius and Fred are cleaners. They've just joined, but are settling in marvelously.
Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do. You're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that.
Why were these particular red caps came?
Keep a sharp eye out. Red caps are on the loose. One's deemed too violent to work. And not one of these circus folk seem bothered by it.
How many red caps are missing?
More than a handful, less than a bunch.
How many
They let in
red
another
caps
horde
are
of
in?
refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
To clean Crimson's cage, but not enough to organize the fight.
What's that monster?
It's just a man in a costume. It's not real.
But costumes don't drool down.
How many red caps are missing?
Six.
You want to see Dribbles the clown, don't you?
Yeah.
Then let's go inside. Don't be scared.
Not a chance. Mother will kill me.
One of our red cap
Let the kid come. He wants to teach them refugees a lesson, right?
Run! Baldur's Gate is for Baldur's.
Do you think Dribbles will have his animals?
Of course. He never travels without his friends. Let's go.
But
Paramidius and
the creepy monster thing.
they've just joined, but are settling in marvelous.
They're damn near chomping at the bit. What's the plan?
Refugees travelling on.
Dad, what's that monster?
It's just a man in a costume. It's not real.
But costumes don't drool, Dad.
Passionate incident involving a child's
Kill the little monsters. They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington. No doubt you came here to choose from my fine selection of weapons. Yes, I seem to have it all. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? I provide a personalised service for my customers to make sure the weapon I choose is the perfect fit. Tell me, how do you like to kill? I see. Playing to you. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? Killing holds no fear for you, does it? You understand. But one more question, if you'll... Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? You'll do so much worse by the time I'm done with you.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's throne. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. He'll find your weaknesses, stick a knife in the cracks and prise. When you find the lordling, tell him Oren is watching.
So, Oren is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward! Is that so? You've got some evil twin running round whacking people round the back of the head. I'll tell you now, you'll be seeing bloody double when I'm done with you. You know what? Not worth it. Go on, take your thuggery elsewhere, bloody animal. What do you want now? Then go down to the bloody shop.
Good job, Gary. Should last us the journey.
For refugees travelling alone, or any stupid enough to move camp, remind them that this is our city, and we don't take kindly to parasites.
What's the rush, son?
It's gonna be no different. We might trek all the way there.
Hi! Welcome to the Rivington General. Hi! Want a blade? Or a bow? Or a dagger? Or maybe a spear? You look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say? Huh? Yep, that's me. Oh, yay! Want more? Want less? Want to sell?
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
I am here. Quite ready for you.
Hi. Well, maybe you look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say? Huh? I don't know about wands, but everything Master Gildra forges is magic. He's a master craftsman. See for yourself. Want more? Want less?
Let's get going.
Back again. Want a dagger? Or a bow? Oh, yay! Want more?
How big they were. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
My dad said I'm not allowed.
Give them a piece of your mind, a piece of your body to enter the city tomorrow.
Could pawn my ring.
No.
Pawning your white ring is the last thing you have from me.
Stay out there.
It's run or sit on my ass praying. Curious. God won't give a damn about a few days in a jail cell. But usually...
arguing with the guards.
Why don't we talk about something else? Did you try that rye bread recipe I gave you?
Really? The cult is on our doorstep, and you want to talk about bread?
Man, want to let those thugs get away with this. If you won't help us, at least let the children in. They've had nothing but... The priests will open the temple up again. You will see. They're good people. Holy people.
The crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered. The best of us. I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
Warns the temple of exactly this. We let more outsiders in and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelnane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
Imagine fleeing to the city, only to be met with suspicion. The refugees face hardship at every turn.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
Thank you, stranger. Father Lorgan's passing has saddened us all.
Passing? He was murdered by one of the fugitives he was harboring.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid. Father Lorgan instructed us to welcome everyone. That was his edict. That is Ilmater's edict.
All I'm saying is we'd be a lot better off without murderous refugees roaming the...
Enough, Bill. I'm sorry you had to witness our squabbling. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
Us to decide who deserves Ilmater's grace.
Why not? We are his adherents. Who would know?
I can't believe anyone would murder Father Lorgan.
There's enough blood to make a believer out of anyone.
That Ilmater's grace. Must you be so insensitive? Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater. I wouldn't go that far, but the investigator is being particularly challenging right now. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target. Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power... Well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder. Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence. Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything Chares's caress would be my best bet. I say, I really hope you find some...
Exactly this. His edict is to welcome all into his embrace. Salve all suffering.
By allowing his figure...
We loved Father Logan as you did. We would never...
Stalmain is dead.
This is front page
This doesn't
material.
end well.
The Duke. Ravengard. I think. Great headline. I heard he's a good man.
Let us talk to him. Please, if you could just...
Fascinating.
We have the Duke's full support. For the good of the people.
Our readers will be outraged. If you won't help us, at least let the children in. They've had nothing but scraps for
Against
days.
Father Lorcan. Inmate Arrestus.
Yes?
All right. What now?
When I first met you, saving yourself from Ceramorphosis was your greatest wish. And yet now, you've stepped closer to embracing it. I trust your leadership and respect your decisions, but I truly hope this is not something we come to regret. I have. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave. I know it's not fair. This was the best job I ever had. Lorgan was kinder than most, and now they're blaming a refugee for his death. Typical. No. Brilgor was a nice bloke. He came a couple of times for soup. Potato chowder was his favorite. Didn't seem the murderous type. But what do I know? Some folk didn't like how he looked after the refugees. But I don't think they'd kill him for it. At least, I hope they wouldn't. That's a scary thought.
How goes the search? The killing happened in the kitchen cellar. Could be a good place to start. Valeria never found the murder weapon. That would be definitive.
Orin, Skra, a shivering...
collar looks familiar. Does this cat belong to Gale?
Tara! That can't be you, can it? My, is that a ring? For us? Oh, you shouldn't have. Enjoy yourself now, Tara. Looks like you've got yourself set up quite nicely here. She isn't my Trezim. She's my friend. And from the looks of things, it appears she's eating pigeons. Oh, right. Did you hear that, Tara? Stop it? Oh, she's agreed. Just about.
Baldur's Gate.
Looks empty.
I cannot falter!
Can't even catch my breath. Breathe deep and move.
Step to it.
Victory awaits.
On the move. Let every enemy of nature fall.
Another fight. Let's go.
Someone was arranging these corpses. What for? Of course.
Swift and lethal.
If this is worth the cost.
It was a shapeshifter.
What comes next?
No one back home will ever believe this.
Body parts. Is this some kind of display? Must be where Father Logan was slaughtered.
Here lies Satida Atana, born 1411 DR, died 1485 DR. Here lies Sister Shira Clarwen, date of birth unknown, died 1491 DR.
I think these were the people Father Logan was trying to help.
The only way a priest could help them now is with burial rites.
just another crate.
Anything of use?
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
If you won't help us, at least let the children in. They've had nothing but scraps for days.
Still means dead. Crime of passion, paper conspiracy.
We loved Father Logan as you did. We would never hurt him. We had nothing to do with his death. We swear it.
I don't care how big they were. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
Give them a piece of your mind and pieces of your body and wash up in Grey Harbour tomorrow.
Please, in the name of the crying one, have mercy.
This is front page material.
He was under scrutiny.
Please, my son.
Great headline.
He's only a boy. You must understand.
Sir! We can't let you in.
Fascinating.
Take it somewhere else. My hands are full.
Outraged.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? I'm afraid Article 30.1... I will repeat. For the last time, may I add. Do you have... Right. Article 30... Your name?
Well met, Citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
I am a Steel Watcher, Citizen. Here to serve the people of Baldur's Gate in the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
State your business. Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known. Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its... It has heard the howl. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge. And the stone floors left bloodied. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers. And the cultists who fell. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die. Your peaceful surrender has been noted. You will be transferred...
Worm's Rock. Hardly the homecoming I expected.
Let us not linger here. We've come too far to be thwarted by a few metal bars.
Deafening silence. Did Wint be speaking? How, Malapert? Must thou stirreth so?
You can't fathom how this skull could be made to talk.
Nay, thy mind hath not betrayed thee. I am as thou perceivest. I call myself Marvin. Thou mayst do the same. Unfortunate, nay, ineluctable, perchance inevitable, to be confined in such immuring quarters. Thou wishest to escape the confines of this prison, doth thou not?
I can harvest thee for the cost of 2 riddles. Answer me true, and I shall teleport thee to safety. Answer me false, and I shall teleport thee near the guards. Common is just so very common. Very well. To rephrase, I will teleport you away for the cost of 2 riddles. Answer them right, and I send you to safety. Answer them wrong, and I send you to the guards. Then we begin. I fly, but not through the sky. I say goodbye at night and hello in the morning. I am part of you and follow wherever you go. I wear only black and run from the light, yet without it, I couldn't. Very good. Your freedom is nigh. And now, the second riddle. I am beaten and battered, but never break. My crown has felt the strike of endless blades, yet I can never move. I never sweat, even when the summertide sun shines upon me. Who am I? An anvil indeed. You make me. It is time to depart. Are you ready? Good. Freedom is yours.
The guard prepares to attack. Fugitive.
Nothing important is ever easy. There we go. Witching hour.
I will ascend. I am fury. I am death.
go from here?
Swords meet sorcery.
Let me work my magic.
Let's move.
I am ready, whatever may come.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could.
Yes?
Indolence breeds madness.
One with the weave.
Oak Father, watch over your servant.
No time to rest.
I am prepared.
Oh, action, not reaction.
Lost in thought.
No one's stopped me yet.
Oh, a little respite does wonders.
What do you want? I don't need to escape.
You might as well lock the cell. You're too late.
It's over. The Steel Watch happened. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Alder Ravengard's husk. Empty as a stare. A tadpole's puppet. Nothing more. He spoke in accusations. Apostasy. Conspiracy. Sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. You might have unlocked my cell, but there's no escape from this place. When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Alder's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. Lead me from my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Well done. Lead the way.
How can I...
Lord Gortash has been expecting your arrival. Please hold a moment.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
And now Gortash invites us to see him.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
I can't really please that. He wasn't even hurt.
In trouble. Inside.
We were rescued.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the fire started.
Now's not the time for wandering. You can explore once I'm out of Worm's Rock.
Better. I almost believed you this time.
I don't care how many they take. Sheep will ever
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Now they call
we broke down the door because it
Now's not the time for wandering. Fine.
We were rescued.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the fire started.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
It's up there. You're down here.
That's why I need to look just a little more. In front of the other.
What do you get out of this?
If my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her down. She doesn't need the encouragement.
If I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labor and they get coin. It's a good deal for everyone. I'm not asking for much.
When did you realize the Red Caps had escaped?
One of our Red Cap cleaners alerts me.
joking. This is great. Think about the Red Cap said I'm not allowed.
Guild robbers are usually decent enough. They take your gold, but they leave your ribs intact.
Yeah, well,
I know.
Bet you want to know all about Stelmane's murder? Hottest top got today's edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette right here. You want one? Excellent. You enjoy that one, all right?
Front page material. Stelmane's murder, still unsolved. City Watch under scrutiny.
That'll great headline. Fascinating.
Stelmane's dead. Crime of passion. Deeper
Our
considered.
readers will be outraged. This is front page material. That'll great headline.
that might be worth a look.
We are not staying in a brothel.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music,
and all round pleasant folks, from what I'd probably break his nose. Good man.
Another quake. What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be? Come back soon.
Just think, stupid bridge guards. Should have dumped a lot of them.
Which means we're getting a real room.
Well, we should hit Rivington next. They might have something we've forgotten.
Like what?
Up there, Danthlon's dancing axe. The Harpers say past your hero mention.
You told me the armor was a bargain.
It was. Good armor is hard to find. You tried to climb up one, you madman. Dinner with your folks.
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
Now here's someone who appreciates.
Yes, darling, it's very
No, he merely
leather-like.
offered patronage. The Gondians built the stair.
We're shopping for a suit. Dinner with my parents, remember?
How long do the effects last?
It depends on the person. 10 loads and their variety.
Are you sure? The neighbours said they had 15.
The neighbours are talking out their arse.
If anything's a chance.
If it'll make you feel better, then fine. Good. 15 loads in. Let me see you taking charge.
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria!
Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed? No. I want proof. If someone else killed... Come back when you've got some real... I presume you've found something interesting to dis... Well, that is startling. That's what you need if you want to change my mind. Hard evidence. A reason.
Isn't right. On his leash. Birthday, you deserve to cut loose.
The librarian does this thing with her whip.
Also has...
You're not staying in a brothel.
Listen, it's got pipes.
Such a prude.
Are you sure?
Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone in Shire's caress is a...
Confuses me.
new guy. Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state of mind.
Wait, doesn't make a lot of sense.
You will when you bet the drown.
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
The Kithrak? What deal would he make with this devil?
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Lae'zel, Talak Magir. The devil holds the key to freeing the Gith people. Right here, right now. You could seal our fate. Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
That was no party trick. Somebody's missing. Can't you tell? That illithid you keep in your pocket can't hear us anymore. I'd ask you to be patient, but you've been patient enough. Now is the time to speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the Illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Good and truth rarely go hand in hand, but in this case, they are happy bedfellows, and we can be too. I swear to you, I have the solution to your problem. Surely you realize there is an exchange to be made. You scratch my back, I scratch your parasite. I'm not asking you to bargain. I'm asking you to save your soul. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I want nothing more.
Then it is settled, is it not? A crown for a hammer. A bargain of a lifetime, Lae'zel of Kalir.
Handing that crown to this devil will be like feeding gunpowder to a lava worm. Agree to nothing.
Better to have it in my hands, and far from your precious world, than in the hands of the gods and monsters that fight over this city's soul. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make men cannot contain so much power. The crown Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it, I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme, me. The Hells require order to function. It is what separates us from mortals and demons. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them. It was stolen from right under my nose all those centuries ago. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or... And these chosen, they brought the crown back into play. Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown...
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your... Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus... And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Karsus. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there?
Skvar! We should do as the devil asks. The Prince of the Comet must rise again.
I won't stop you. But time is running out. So, don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
The means to loosing the Prince of the Comet was within our grasp. And you refused it. Why? Don't be a fool. A broker is as bound by his contract as his buyer. The hammer must be real, or Raphael could never take the crown. Lucky for us, we've another option. Glory be to the Comet. The devil keeps the Orphic hammer in his lair. If we can find a way in, we can take it. I'll use it to smash the True Heirs' bonds. Yisk Githkar Tafki Krashet. The Githyanki will be free. First to Voss, then to Raphael's House of Hope. Just don't expect a lavish spread awaiting us this time.
We must claim the crown of Karsus for ourselves, before anyone else does.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. And I you. It's concerning that something could come between us like that. Especially when we are so close to the Elder Brain. Do you have any idea what it was? Raphael? Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him? Tell me, you turned him down. Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
You two have rocks for brains. Well, what are you thinking? Ah, yeah. You haven't even got inside.
Voss, friend to the Comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the Devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir. Shkaketh! Orpheus will be free. There is no cost too high to unshackle my people. No more than Vlaakith will sow in Tunarath and beyond. No more than the Geich will sow across every plain. There is nothing I won't do, nothing I won't give to free Orpheus from the prism. The marks I bear are proof enough of that. But you are the one who carries the astral prism. You are the one who must free the prince. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you. A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices.
The House of Hope. We must find a way in.
The House of Hope, you say? I couldn't ask for a name more fitting. Every house has an entrance, Istik, even those in the Hells. You must find it.
You are wasting your time, and mine. Our true enemy is the Elder Brain. Focus your mind there.
Hey! You paid Raphael a visit. I want to hear all about it.
Warm and safe. Money is a luxury.
Mate, it's your birthday. You deserve to go.
But I love honey. I love honey so much.
It's just embarrassing to need something like this.
As if any of us would.
I would. Imagine seeing him watch your pal for the first time. Oh, my heart flutters at the thought.
The armor was a bargain.
I'd love to see one of them in a fight. A real fight. They crush everyone.
Wear it to dinner with your folks.
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
The neighbours are talking out their asses. Besides, our pantry is full.
Oh, what if there's food shortages? Rationings on a chart.
Exactly.
Staying in a brothel.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I...
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose. Good.
On our skin. After all this time.
How about the flop house? It has plenty of spare beds.
great. We can bond with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers. Better off sleeping in the gutter than that extent of iniquity.
One more mark, then we can go.
The Master said we have enough. The Black Mass is ready to begin.
It's not for the Master. It's for me. I want a beating heart there, ready for me when the Mass is complete. And we're finally granted our freedom. After 200 years of rats, I think we deserve a real drink.
There is no time. We are expected back at the palace.
Relax. The Black Mass won't start until Master drags Astarion from whatever hole he's hiding in. We have time to find one more person. What did you say?
Of course not. We were merely discussing a celebration to be held in the palace of Cazador Zar.
You should come! It'll be the talk of Baldur's Gate. Oh, great! The palace looks out over the lower city.
Forgive us for not escorting you there, but my brother and I must attend to another.
Yes, dear sister, I know we have places to be. We'll leave once our good friends here have departed. I look forward to seeing you at the palace, though. It'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I promise. The Master plans to expand his territory. Take Candlekeep. Maybe even Arch.
I know you.
I'm sure he has plans.
Mind it.
But
Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real ruse.
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. Have a skeg at these. That should do you.
Just think.
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions.
bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren. And they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks. We're adventurous, damn it. The bridge god chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
Candle. Maybe even R.
Oh, I'm sure he has plans. But I wouldn't dare guess at them.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion. I won't lie. The thought hardly, but he's arrogant too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better. Before anything else, I need to the public. Cazador is an ordinary noble, a little reclusive perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. I know. Subtle, isn't it? To where? For how long? If this worm shrivels, I'll be in his power from the second he lays eyes on me. He has to die. While my body is still my own to...
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? I'm glad. Though, I don't think I'm quite done with the past yet. Not until I've been to Baldur's Gate. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldur. As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies.
Queen Vlaakith. Skra!
You are Hasharlok, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlok, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great Dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. But look, we've just about made it to the city. That'll do me. Let's go protect it. Whatever happens after that is between me and the so-called gods. Bit sweaty, but up for... Can't wait to be home.
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. A kind way of saying, ye gods, I hope her dusty bones don't break at the first blow. Fear not for me. I will try my very best to keep up. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, We saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Do not be moved to pity. And if it wriggles free, you'll find it...
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. Lae'zel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished. As for Elminster, I know what it is to hunger. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the...
So, it seems that Vlaakith is Lae'zel's queen no longer. That took no small amount of backbone.
So, Lae'zel's finally... It took a little time, though it's not over yet. Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight.
Come to bask in the glow of the moon maid.
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100. She's a formidable. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that... I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. This was different. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. I understand it's strange. Then, next I knew, he told I found love. By the time, he's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? The girl has she left behind a letter. Hast thou other business?
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
Then the feeling will fade like Vlaakith's I am her child no more. And so from Shma Salar Orpheus, Marstilna Forgin in Yeri, Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward. Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bart to Vlaakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago. Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki, but that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again. We take the Orphic Hammer from Raphael's lair. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire, and glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the... She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. Orpheus's honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Very well.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and could we...
Isn't there a human crest she can join?
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
The cat peers back. You read something in its eyes. Doubt. Resignation, perhaps.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketherick and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketherick's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An Elder Brain enslaved is one thing. An Elder Brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. Indeed. Duke Stelmane, or as I knew her, Belin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you. In a way, but not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it will help. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
Vampire spawn should not be able to shed corporeal form like that. For a while, after the Shadow Curse was lit, I thought that nature would heal. Yet since we neared the city, I have seen more and more signs that if such sorrows are the fruits of civilization, perhaps they can. Look around us. You will know that poor girl, Yenna. This city will devour her as sure. Society should be judged based on how they treat their most vulnerable. Baldur's Gate may deserve harsh judgment from what I've seen so far. I wish I knew. Truly. A problem for another day, perhaps. At least we took Yenna in off the streets. But there are many more out there. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic but honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my